And welcome back to another exciting video of class 3 EVS, and today we are going to learn a part 2 of our lesson matter and its properties, which are solid, liquid and gases. So in our previous lesson we had observed, in our previous part we had observed one picture, and from that we had done observation, okay, that the things which are in picture are different in shape, size and use also, and some of them are living things, some of them are non-living things, some of them are natural, some of them are artificial, and whatever that occupies us, anything that is surrounded us is a matter, and matter is what? Anything that has a mass and occupied space is a matter. And a tiny particle, a small particle of a matter is called atom, and group of atom is called molecule, that we had learnt in our previous part. And we had introduction about states, matter and their states, that are solid, liquid and gases. So now we will go through all of them in detail. Okay, so first we will go about solids. So for that, as we always do, here is one activity. You have to observe the picture and you have to tell me what you see in this picture. So what you see in first picture, one book is there, one ball is there, one chair, one spoon, and in second picture wood is there. So what observation we can do from this? That they all are different in shapes, yes, different in sizes, different in uses, yes. Other than that, they have fixed shape, right? Ball is a round only, book is a rectangular only, chair it has their own shape actually, right? So this is some observation that we can do. So the first state of a matter that we are going to learn is solid, and very important part and very important thing that you should remember in your mind, that solids have fixed and definite shape. Fixed shape, if ever you will think of a ball, ball will be round only. आप नींद में से भी उठोगे और फिर भी कोई आपको पूछेगा बॉल किस शेप में होती है, तो you will say ball will be round, it will be round only. Okay, they are fixed in shape and they have definite shape. They do not change their shape easily. They have a different color also. Ball may be yellow color, red color, pink color, any color you want, it may be of any color, but they all have a different colors. So solids have fixed and definite shape, okay, and they do not change their shapes easily. First of thing. Second one, they can be pressed, like soft toys. You might have teddy bear at your home, you might have na, उसको हम मार सकते, मार सकते. You might have sponge at your home, so sponge also we can hold it, we can press it, but when we release it, it will go back to its original position. Okay, or if you have a book, we can hold the book, we cannot press it, but we can hold book, and when you hold book, we can say that yes, it has a shape. कुछ बुक पतले होंगे, कुछ बुक मोटे होंगे, कुछ बुक लंबे होंगे, कुछ बुक छोटे होंगे, but they have their own shape. Chairs also, they may be small, they may be big, they may be sofa set, but they have their fixed shape and size, and they do not change its shape and size easily. There might be some condition where they can change their shape. अगर बॉल को काटोगे, अगर बॉल को पिघलाओगे, अगर बॉल को जलाओगे, so that might change the shape, but not easily, right? Wood has its own shape. If we burn it, then it will make a coal. Coal is of its own shape. Coal has own shape. If we'll make ash, ash has its own shape and size. So solids have definite and fixed shape. First point. Second shape. Second, they do not change their shape easily. They have fixed shape and size, okay, fixed and definite shape. They have size also, shape and size. They do not change their shape and size easily. They have colors also. They can be pressed also, but when released, they will go back to their original position. And how and why can, how can we hold solids? Because the atoms which are present in solids, they are very close and tight to each other. They are very close and tight to each other. That is why we can hold them. That is why we can catch them. Like ball को हम पकड़ सकते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि उसके अंदर के जो particles, atoms, they are very strong. That is why they are not changing their shape. And as they are not changing shape, they have become rigid. Their bond has become firm. एकदम strong बन गया. And that is why we can hold it. We can change it. And solids cannot flow. Yes, it is a solid, so solid thing cannot flow. It can, we can drag it, हम उसको खींच सकते हैं, but it cannot flow, right? So once again we will revise about solid. Okay, so now we are going to think and we are going to learn about the next state. Now the next activity we are going to conduct, and which is about water. So you might have seen waterfall, right? Or river, you might have seen, all have seen actually. So we have one waterfall, then we have one glass of water, and then we have water bottles. So when water is flowing from a waterfall, if we fill it in a glass, it will take shape of a glass, right? It will take shape of glass. But when the same water, if we put it or pour it in the bottle, it will take shape of a bottle. Or if we will keep it in a bucket, it will take a shape of a bucket. If we will keep it on one container, another container, it will take shape of that container. That means water does not have its definite shape, right? Water does not have definite or fixed shape. So now from that water is in which state? Liquid state. So now we are going to learn about liquids. So first point from that activity that we have learned is liquids do not have definite shape, but they have colors, they have a texture, and they have a smell. Like oranges, orange, it is orangey, it has a flavor. Or water is transparent, no color, but we can, when we'll drink it, we can feel it. Or any soups or any other liquid, we can say tomato sauce, chili sauce, and other, those liquids are there now. They have a texture also, they have a smell also, okay, and they have a color also. Like milk, like my milk, my whatever milk I bring, that is in white color. That doesn't mean that someone else is buying a milk and which is of other color. Sabka milk सफेद ही होता है, so that is universal color. Orange juice will be orange, okay, pomegranate will be reddish, watermelon will be reddish, quite reddish. So liquids, they do not have a definite shape, but they have a color, they have a texture, and they have a smell also. Like perfume, perfume is liquid, we smell it, we feel pleasant, that is it, okay. Now the second point, they do not have a shape, but they can take the shape in whichever container or whichever thing we will keep it. If we'll pour in a glass, it will take a shape of a glass. If we'll pour it into the bottle, it will take a shape of a bottle. If we put it in a vessel, it will take a shape of vessel. So first thing, it does not have a definite shape, but it have a color and texture or a smell also, and whichever thing we will be using to store that, it will take shape of that. They can flow easily. Why they can flow easily? Because atoms or liquid are loosely packed. They are not so close as a solid, they are loosely packed. So if one atom flows, another follows it. So by the way, they flows from one place to another place, means from high to low they flow. So liquid flows, only liquid flows, remember. So we will revise about liquid, okay. So now the third activity we are going to do is a very easy and simple. You might have done it many times also. So what here we are going to do, we are going to take some inflated balloons, मतलब जो balloons जो जिसमें हवा नहीं भरी हुई, that flat balloons we will take. Then what we'll do, we'll pump it, उसमें हम हवा भरेंगे बहुत सारी, like you do ना for your birthdays and all that. So उसमें हम बहुत सारी हवा भरेंगे, and then what we'll do, we will bust it. So what we observed in this, what we observed, tell me. So air is everywhere. Can we see air? No, we cannot see air. But when we filled it within a balloon, that occupied space. छोटा सा balloon बड़ा हो गया, that occupied space, and when you burst it, it went away. Means air also occupies space, right? It was activity about that. Air also occupies space. So we are discussing about gases, and gases are all around us. We all are surrounded by air. But can we see air? Can we touch air? Does air have any shape? No, air does not have any shape, because it does not have any shape and size. It is transparent, we cannot see it. But if we will hold it in some balloons or some sprays and all that, that time we can see air also occupies space. Or just do like this and you might feel air, we can feel it, but we cannot hold it. Okay, so gases are all around us. They do not have shape and size, but they can flow and can be spread easily from one place to another place using air. अगर कुछ अच्छा pleasant perfume वगैरह हो तो it flows ना from, because of the air it flows. Okay, so air is a mixture of smoke and water vapor. Okay, air is a mixture of gases. Which is gases? Some oxygen is there, carbon dioxide is there, then water vapors are there, kind of smokes are there. So many things, they come together. So we cannot see gases. They do not have shape, they do not have size, they have smell, but they have odor. We can say odor, smell. Like धुएं का smell कुछ अलग होता है, perfume का smell कुछ अलग होता है. So likewise they have this kind of a thing. So it was about three states of matter: solid, liquid and gases. Now the very important part we are going to discuss all together, that is differences between solid, liquids and gases. So first difference that we have seen about solid, liquids and gases is solids have definite shape, but liquids do not have definite shape, and they take the shape in whichever container they will put in, and gases also do not have definite shape. तो solids do not flow, solid बहते नहीं है, liquid can flow, and gases तो हर जगह पे flow होते, because the atoms of a gases are loosely bounded, मतलब वो एक दूसरे के साथ में रहते ही नहीं है, means they do not hold each other very firmly. A chair or laptop or key are some examples of a solid. Liquids, milk, juices, water, oil, and for gases, air, steam, smoke, these are some examples. Now it was about matter. So we have learned some properties of matter, that occupies space and that has mass, and matter is composed of, means contain small tiny particles called atoms, and when multiple atoms come together it becomes molecules, and all living things, non-living things, artificial, man-made things come under matter. And when the atoms are so close, it is solid. When they are little bit close, it is liquid, and when they are far, that is they are gases. Now how the matter changes its states, means when it goes from solids to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to again liquid, liquid to solid, that we are going to learn. And for that we have taken an example of ice. Ice means what? A water. Water is in solid state, it is called ice. And when this water we will heat, when we will heat, that ice will melt and it will become water. It will become water. And when again we will boil that, again we will heat that water, it will give you water vapors. उसमें से water vapors आ जाएंगे ना. But reverse thing we will do. When we will collect those water vapors and cool it down, like when our clouds cool it down and it becomes rain. So rain is a form of water which is transparent, which has come from vapor. So vapors, they cool down, they will become liquid water, and when that liquid water again cooled, it will become your ice. So how ice changes its state? When ice, a solid water is ice, when we heat it, it will become liquid form, that is water, and when we further heat it, it will become water vapors and it will go away. Or when water vapors, when we hold it and when they are cooled, they will become water, and water when again further cooled in a fridge or something, it will again become ice. So freezing means what? Freezing means the process of conversion from liquid to solid form, means liquid water to ice, that is the freezing. Like here you can see a jharna of water, waterfall is there, and when that water freezes, it becomes ice. How simple is that? Now what is melting? The process of conversion of a solid into a liquid, that is melting. Means when ice that melts and becomes water. Here you can see ice is slowly melting and it is becoming water. This is a melting. Now very important, another part of our lesson is water cycle, and because of this water cycle, all living things are surviving, because near about 71% water is present on our earth, but not all of that water is drinkable. Near about 3% water is there which can be taken or drink. But how this water cycle prepares that recycled water or drinkable water, that we are going to learn using water cycle. So this water is present all over earth, in oceans, in lakes, in rivers, because of a hot temperature of a sun. That surface water का क्या होता है? Water vapors, it becomes water vapors, that is called evaporation. What it is called? Evaporation. When water turns into water vapor, that is called evaporation, and when that water vapors goes upside and that they comes together and they form clouds. Clouds is a water vapor plus some smoke and some dust particle, they become a clouds, and then because of the air they goes from one place to another place, and when at that top height, when they get some cool air, cool breezing air, cool temperature, because of that condensation they become heavier. Heavier means what? That water vapors again becomes liquid and that rainfall comes down, जो बारिश होता है ना मौसम में, so that is nothing but just clouds are coming, and they are, because of the cool temperature, they are converting themselves from water vapor to water drops, and that water drops are coming down in the form of rain. That is from evaporation to condensation, and then precipitation means what? Water is flowing, surface water that is flowing through rivers, going to oceans, or going inside our earth, that is stored water is there na, in the layers of earth, that. So this is the water cycle that we will be learning again in a deep in next chapter also. So I hope you have learnt this lesson. I hope there is no problem. If you have any queries or any problem, you can comment or you can ask me directly also. Okay, so I hope you all will be keeping healthy, keep studying, keep reading, stay home, stay healthy. Bye bye. Thank you.